All right, hello everyone. This is Laughing to the Void, episode 2, with your host Colin. The same one as last time, not a different one. Um, yeah, I missed you guys. Did you miss me from a couple weeks ago? I see. All right, just to get into it. So, a couple weeks ago, or to promote the last podcast, I cut up some clips and put them on YouTube and YouTube Shorts and TikTok to just kind of promote the launch of the podcast and whatnot. And one of the clips, the one containing the Would You Rather from last week, like the Boeing versus the gorilla, that ended up getting over 1 million views on TikTok, which I was quite surprised with. The video probably has more, the video has more likes on TikTok than my entire YouTube channel does views. So it's kind of cool to get that kind of recognition. Yeah, thank you. But I'm not letting myself get too high on the success because I've noticed that like an eighth of a nipple can get you like 1 million likes or 1 million views on TikTok. So I'm keeping my head attached to my shoulders and making sure that I know that I'm not better than the people shaking ass on TikTok. So one decently crafted joke is equal to 1/8 of a nipple so far. So I know that if I just keep doing this, I can get up to a full nipple. Yeah, I don't know if any of that made sense, but I guess that's to say people that are semi-naked on TikTok are inflating or devaluing the TikTok view. So I guess if you're to draw something from it, stop beating off on TikTok and go to a regular site like an adult. And going off of that, I've been thinking about recently how so many people on TikTok are just famous for being hot, which is not an original statement whatsoever. I know that a lot of people have talked about this before, but it's kind of weird to me that like some people will not necessarily have no talent, but they won't be really famous for anything. Like they'll have followers just for being attractive, which I guess is like not different from any other social media. But I guess on TikTok they've made it easy to gain a lot of followers and views just based on like putting out content, which is how every social media works. But I guess like you can gain like hundreds of thousands of followers if you're just like attractive online. And I kind of want to dig into the psychology of those people. Like I wonder if they're like mentally, if they're satisfied with having like hundreds of thousands of followers and knowing it's mainly based off of like what they look like. I feel like a good amount of those people might have a realization in the next few years that like, what am I doing? Like, I don't have a special talent. Like, I'm just kind of on the internet being hot. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I'm all for it. Trust me. I'm the first one to tell you. But, yeah. They could be sad soon. Long story short. In other news, I want to talk more about my past YouTube videos and such. And one of them being the video I made about, it was like a TLC spoof on like Addicted to Feet or something. I forgot the actual name of it. But basically like how that kind of propelled my YouTube a bit. And that was my first big exposure besides this TikTok that I posted. And yeah, just kind of the effects of it. But yeah, so I think it was my freshman year of college. I shot this video. I want to make a video like spoofing TLC shows because they have a very easy formula to copy. Like the way I look at it is the show just gives you the structure of the video, and you just kind of have to alter the words in between. Like, it's usually like, here's this person, they do this weird thing, like they eat glue or something. Just insert your favorite like fetish or whatever. Here's this person, they eat glue. This is how it affects them. This is what they're doing to try to stop. Then they either did or didn't, and then they come to some realization, and then it ends. So a lot of TLC shows are set up in this way, very defined structure. So what I wanted to do, I knew it would be pretty easy to just kind of like write in my own stuff and just kind of like farm you views, or so like get views based on the just like the SEO of the TLC and my video kind of like colliding, because I made the thumbnail like pretty similar and the title pretty similar. But I wanted to make a video spoofing TLC shows, is the bottom line. So I ended up doing it on foot fetish addictions, and basically it follows this person that's like addicted to feet and it's causing issues in their life. The details don't really matter. You can go watch the video. I'll put a tag up here or something. But what ended up happening is, or what I guess what happened is, it got some traction on like foot fetish sites, or like some kind of like subreddit or like Discord, where people like feet. I think it just got bounced around in that a lot, because that video consistently gets more views, and it has way more views than anything else I've put out. After I posted the TikTok recently of the Would You Rather, and got a lot of views, it kind of put me in the mind state of like I could just farm these people with foot fetishes for fame. And what ended up happening after I posted the video and it got a lot of views, the foot fetish video, I got a lot of DMs like asking for like to sell my feet pics and that sort of thing. And I also got a ton of comments on it of people that either didn't know it was ironic or didn't care, just like asking, send me feet pics, or like, I love this video, I struggle with a foot fetish too, which I kind of feel bad for those people that are like putting themselves out there. But I did think it was pretty entertaining that I was actually able to like just like influence this group of people that just has no idea. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of DMs on my Instagram asking for foot pics, and that video has honestly dragged most of my YouTube career thus far. So yeah, I guess if you have a foot fetish, tell me if you would actually pay for my feet, and if you can boost my YouTube channel, like send it in your subreddit or Discord group, or your Slack, if you and your coworkers have similar interest in feet. All right, so moving on. A couple days ago, I was thinking about Christmas. I was doing Christmas shopping, so I was thinking about Christmas and like what I'm gonna get for people this Christmas, and just random shit that I've gotten in the past that I either really enjoyed or I thought that was weird. One thing that came to mind was when I was at some family event and I was gifted a laundry bin by one of my family members. It was like one of those basketball hoop ones where you could like shoot it in, and it was to like simulate having fun while doing chores. And looking back, it's like, cool, you got me a chore for Christmas. Which, like, I appreciate the person spending their money, the person in my family spending their money to get something for me, but at the same time, it's like, I'm 8 years old, I don't give a fuck about doing laundry. I think I'm going to die, like, next year because I have anxiety. So, what good is this laundry bin going to do for me? So, yeah, I did think it was a bit strange that I was gifted a chore rather than, like, a non-chore, as most things are that are gifted to you. But yeah, Christmas is an interesting time. So moving on to the Would You Rather segment. I will say this segment is not as in-depth as it was last time, so you don't have to grit your teeth through the 12 minutes of content or the 12 minutes of Would You Rather like you did last week. But yeah, here we go. So, would you rather clip your toe and fingernails by pulling them off with pliers, given that your fingernails and toenails need to be trimmed or pulled off at the same rate as they do now? So, I guess what I'm saying is, say I clip my nails now once a week, my nails would grow back faster than they do normally, and I would have to clip them as often. So, like, I'd have to pull my fingernails off with pliers every week if I were to choose this. So, your nails grow faster than they normally would. So, it's not like you're pulling stubs off your fingers like each time you have to clip your nails. So, pull your fingernails and toenails off for the rest of your life at the same rate that you do now, at the same rate that you clip your nails now. Or would you adopt the child of someone that you hated in your childhood and raise it to be mentally stable? And that means that you can't inflict pain or mental distraught to the child based on like your hatred. So the child is still theirs. Like, I guess you share custody with the parent, but you have to raise it and be financially supportive of the person, of the child, of the person that you hate. And you have to be financially supportive of them and house them in your house until they begin their career or find like a full-time job that can support them. So that's usually between like 18 and 23-ish. So yeah, so either pull your fingernails and toenails off or raise the child and put money into this child of a person that you hate. I think that I would probably choose pulling your fingernails and toenails off because although it would definitely be like more painful, well, obviously it's more fucking painful. I think I'm too petty of a person to put money into someone that I hate. Like, I wouldn't want to support something I hate or someone that I hate through their child, even if like the child is innocent. So, and for pulling your fingernails off, I feel like you'd get used to it after a certain point. Like, obviously it would still be terrible and you'd probably bleed every time. But I think you'd get into like a rhythm or like a system where it's like you pull it off, you put the Band-Aid on, you like pinch it or some shit for like a minute and then it stops bleeding or like it doesn't hurt so much. Yeah, I guess it would have to be the fingernails for me. So in other news, gas is a lot cheaper than it used to be or that it was this summer. The people in Ukraine are still dying, but at least gas isn't $5. Like, the crimes against humanity are still going on. And, like, hospitals are still being blown up with missiles, but I'm not paying $100 to fill up my tank every day. So it makes it a little bit easier to think about. I think a lot of people in the U.S. have a similar sentiment to me because I haven't seen as much coverage on social media or the news. So once gas went down, it must have soothed some of the tension of the Ukrainian war from an American's perspective, at least. I didn't have much more to say about that. I was just wanted to make the observation that I'm not paying a lot for gas anymore, and therefore that makes my existential dread about bad things happening go away. So, yeah, I guess I just wanted you to relate to that. Gas is cheap, but people are still dying. I thought you might want to know. Another thing I just thought you might want to know is in computing, there's this thing called parallel computing, where basically you run the computer does multiple things at one time to basically make the thing go faster, and it uses more resources of the computer to make the result or make the program run faster. And a lot of creative apps use this, like Adobe, like Premiere or Final Cut, Photoshop. I'm guessing Lightroom does too. I don't know that for a fact, but they got me thinking how that relates to like real life. And I guess what I thought is like 69ing is kind of like parallelism for sex, because you're getting multiple things done, multiple things done that don't necessarily have to be done sequentially at the same time. So basically the idea of parallel programs is that the tasks that are done are independent of each other, so it's not necessary to have the information of one task before doing the second task. So I guess an example is like generating random data. So if you generate like 100 random values, you don't need to know the previous value to get the next value. So if you generate 100 random values, that's like 69ing, because you don't necessarily need to top someone off and then they top you off. Like, it could be done at the same time in order to save time. So I guess 69ing is like the next wave of high performance intercourse. All right, so moving on to an actual segment, not just me rambling. I want to share some of my saved Snapchats that I have. I thought you would find them entertaining because I find them entertaining. I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of content. Even though it is my content, it's kind of conceited, but I know it's good shit when I see it. So this first one is a picture of me in what looks like a post-gym sweat, wearing a gray sweatshirt. It's pretty blurred, and it's captioned, "I'm the Tom Brady of guy-wrenching diarrhea." And off the bat, I can tell you that guy-wrenching was not the original intent of the caption. I believe it was gut-wrenching diarrhea. Guy-wrenching has a whole different intent to it than gut-wrenching would. And what I think I meant by saying I'm the Tom Brady of gut-wrenching diarrhea was that no one can push diarrhea out faster or handle it better than me. Like the walls of my large intestine have been so accustomed to the intense pressure and pain and just acidity of the diarrhea that no one else can do it better than me. And I still believe that to be somewhat true. I don't think I'm necessarily the best, and I think there could be someone better than me. But I think I have some of the strongest stomach muscles, or some of the most well-trained stomach muscles in handling diarrhea. I'm guessing the creation of this Snapchat stemmed from me holding in diarrhea while I was at the gym. That seems to be a frequent occurrence for me because I usually go to the bathroom before the gym, but sometimes I just forget, and I actually get to the gym early, but I forget that I didn't go to the bathroom before, so I kind of just have to hold it the whole time because I don't want to go to the bathroom while I'm sweaty. So yeah, I'm guessing it stemmed from me forgetting to shit in the morning and holding it throughout my workout. Yeah, I guess we can just continue on to the TikToks of the week. So here's the first one. So just to preface it, it's a child doing math homework. Yeah, it's basically a kid doing math homework and his brother or relative helping him.
Look, watch out. Two's right here. Right that, right here. No.
I think I related to that one so much because I feel the same when I do math homework, and I'm probably at least 10 years older than that kid is. But I have the exact same reaction to homework I don't know how to do. I don't know if you watch my other videos or if you've seen my video, but basically I made a whole 7.5 plus minute video complaining about how math is really hard. That video just shares that exact sentiment. Like, there have been times during my math degree or one of my degrees that I've just sat there holding back tears because I know that I'm just gonna have to finish this, and I really don't want to, but it's something that's necessary. But yeah, I guess I don't really have much more to say about that. I just kind of related to that kid crying and having intense emotion based on some math problems. But yeah. Moving on to the next one. So, background to this is a band. Seems to be a Christian band. This went pretty viral, or there was a lot of views on it, so you may have seen this, but yeah, here we go.
Me when the function got Hennessy.
I think I like that because that's exactly my reaction to when the function got Hennessy as well. I don't think I have much to say about the actual TikTok, but I've never seen someone that's like Muslim or like Hindu or like Jewish. I've never seen like a weird TikTok like that of other religions, which I don't know if that's just because like it's not curated to me on TikTok, or just that Christians are a bunch of like white people going off the rails and just making it a big marketing thing or something. Just like white people being crazy. White people being white people, I guess is a better way of putting it. Are more people in Christianity just fucking mentally unstable, and therefore we get like people like thinking that the power of God is falling upon them while they're performing like Mary Had Little Lamb at service. I don't understand it, to be quite honest. There's another video similar to this where it's like a pastor going up to a guy and like saying like the power of Christ compels you, and the guy's like shaking like this. I'm sure you can find it, and it's basically him like going crazy. He's like extracting the devil out of this guy with his hand. And it made me think, like, pull your shit together. Like, you obviously know that the devil's not being pulled out of you. Like, you're a fucking fully functional human. You're a fully functional adult. And if religion's like your thing, that's great. Like, I have a couple of friends that are really into, or one of my friends is like really into, or he's very Muslim, and he's really into it, and he makes it a big priority in his life, but he's never said or done some like weird bullshit like this to where it's like you're just like making the shit up for whatever reason. Like, I just don't understand, like, what compels you to put on this show. Like, as the kid, I was just about to say, as the kids would say, like, be for real, like, be fucking for real. Like, I don't know. I guess if there's someone out there that can tell me whether weird shit like this goes on within other religions, like, I guess like Judaism or Islam or some shit, let me know. Just throw it in the comments or something. My guess is that it comes from like Christianity being so commercially successful that like so many people attach to it and kind of make their own shit out of it and try to like take advantage of the system, that you get those people that are just like fucking around and just like making bullshit up. So Christianity is bad. You can quote me on that. I'm Christian, so I can say it. It's not racist. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. And jokes aside, I do appreciate the support on the previous podcast and the TikTok. I know if you're seeing this on YouTube, you're probably not seeing the TikTok, but if you came to my channel from it, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, like and subscribe. New content coming soon. I have a couple of videos that I'm writing right now. But yeah. New podcast in 2 weeks. I'll see you later. Goodbye.